Hey, good evening, all. This is Carlos over here, CEO of G.A.R Capital. Thank you for joining me this Sunday evening. It's Sunday, November 20th, 2016. The year is going along as we are going to the third week of November and only a couple days before Thanksgiving. So let's go ahead and get started with our week preview. We went ahead and had a really solid week last week. We closed dollar franc 191 pips, dollar yen long 230 pips profit, and dollar Canadian dollar long at 100 pips profit. We still have a couple of trades still outstanding, which is doing pretty well. That's for our members on sent through email through all the registered clients through our website. If anyone wants to know how to get to that website, GARCapitalFX.com. Make sure to sign up right here at the bottom, log in and register, and we will get you those updated trades as we go along. All right, first things first. Right now we're looking at a dollar yen. As of right now, it's up about a couple of pips since the opening of the New Zealand session this Sunday. Right now, we still have the bullish dollar sentiment all around. We do believe dollar yen will resume higher. We did close this trade last week, took our profits. As you can see, a little bit of definitely the breakout here right after the Trump confirmation of the presidency of the president-elect Donald Trump, as we spoke about on, I believe it was November 9th, that it was confirmed that he won the election over Hillary Clinton. Since then, dollar yen has jumped about 600 pips since then. Definitely a nice breakout here on the 4-hour chart. Are we expecting it to go further? Absolutely. Right now we're nearing the resistance point, short-term resistance on dollar yen on a daily chart as it just hit its high since June. This is the level I'm looking at, 111.15, 111.20. If we can break that to the upside, definitely see 112, 113 in our future. But as of right now, we're just keeping an eye on it. Definitely a couple other pairs to be watching for. As you know, dollar Canadian dollar in regards to oil, slowly creepingly coming up in the daily chart. 4-hour chart, definitely higher highs, lower lows. Little bit of a definitely a little bit of a pressure now, since the opening. Down a couple of pips since the opening of our new week here. Trading at 134.70. I do expect it to bounce back as well, as I do believe oil will drop a little bit. And we already know about the oil correlation. Oil opened up as well to the upside to 46.79 a barrel on the 15-minute chart. Look at an hourly chart, definitely broke past here in the resistance mark. Do expect it to come back to lower around 45.50, dragging taking dollar Canadian dollar to the upside. Still expecting this trend to the low side here on crude oil to go back down to around 44 and out to the floor 42 on our 4-hour chart. On our daily chart as well, looks like 40 is the floor, since it'll be the lowest since August. I do expect it to come back down around 42 to 40. Right now, trading at 46.79. Definitely with the Thanksgiving holiday, don't expect a lot of volume on Thursday, but I do believe oil still comes down with the stronger dollar. That's what our play is. We still have the bearish sentiment on oil. One of the pairs I was asked on Instagram, if you're not following us on Instagram, it's at G.A.R Capital. I was asked on there about euro dollar. With euro dollar, again, you see the big drop on the daily. We're going to keep looking at an hourly chart. Again, on the hourly chart, all you see is downside. Definitely euros under pressure. 106.06. Definitely still well ways out from the parity call from Goldman Sachs at the end of 2016. It'd be 1-to-1, but definitely under pressure from the highs of 112 to 106.06. Do we see that it's continuing down to the downside? I do. The only thing is that I'm worried about is that I think it's running out of gas. I don't see it coming down continuously for this week or the near future. I just still want to keep an eye on it, especially with any kind of inflationary news or inflation news or GDP or central bank news. Mario Draghi hasn't really said anything in regards to drag the euro down of added stimulus, but euro is under pressure across the board. 106.06 is the current rate. I wouldn't trade it right now. I'm still keeping an eye on it, but I wouldn't trade it right now. With that being said, I want to take quickly look at the Forex Factory calendar. Draghi speaks tomorrow, actually 11 a.m. I don't expect any kind of extra stimulus or any kind of things that we don't already know in regards to the euro. We'll just keep an eye on it. That happens at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Tuesday, we'll have Canadian core retail sales, some inflation output, some inflation data from New Zealand. Nothing really more than that. Unemployment claims for the U.S. The United States. Crude oil inventories again. FOMC Fed minutes. That's where same thing. We're expecting a December rate hike. Now it's just a question of not if, but how much. Are we looking at a 25 basis points increase in interest rates or 50 basis increase in interest rates? Right now, I don't have a call on it. It seems to be maybe the dollar has been priced in for this rate hike, but we've been riding the wave since. Trend is our friend. Why go against it for right now? We have a couple of limit orders on dollar. So we want to see exactly if we can get to those levels, we will ride that wave as the shorts will get squeezed as we continue. Thursday, we have not really much going on. Bank holiday, Thanksgiving, a couple of things here and there. I'll keep an eye on it, but for the most part, everyone just enjoy your families. And Friday, same thing. Basically, everyone's going to be shopping, if anything, in regards to the holidays. Very, very low volume expecting in the markets. We have a couple of data here and there, services PMI, but for the most part, nothing really much going on. We do have a GDP estimate from England. So other than that, not really much going on. It was a shortened week. We're not expecting much movement. Just a couple of things that we're looking at is a couple of dollar pairs and a couple of pound pairs. Pound dollar, again, we marked exactly where we expect this to be. You see on the 4-hour chart. The arrow is exactly where we expect this to be our target, 121.99. I do expect that to be hitting pretty soon on the 4-hour chart. Do I expect it at the end of this week? By the end of this week, no, due to the lack of volume, but I do expect it by next week, as I do have a bearish sentiment on pound dollar. I was also asked by another pair on Instagram. The next pair was Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. Japanese yen is still the strongest. It's still the strongest currency of the year 2016 due to the risk-off sentiment. But as kind of almost like a bond trade in a sense, like a bond proxy is the Japanese yen, meaning when bond prices have gone up, Japanese yen has risen with it. You can also see if the Nikkei has risen. We can see the markets here in Asia. If the Nikkei rises, for the most part, yen drops. And the Nikkei, as of right now, is up 93.43. So half a percent up. So the yen is taking a little bit of a hit across the board. Canadian dollar has been strong now. I've been pretty much bouncing back with oil. I'm looking at an hourly chart. Canadian dollar against the Japanese yen has been soaring. Anything for the most part against the Japanese yen except for the euro has been taking a hit. But right now on the daily chart, we're hitting a little bit of a resistance point at 82.62. Short-term resistance from middle of July. If we can break this, then I can see definitely the short squeeze against the yen. Maybe around 83. But for right now, do I expect it to keep going? Again, we're bearish on oil, but I think anything against yen is pretty strong. So if I had to do a list of, let me see if I can get here a Word document. I'll go ahead and rank my top. If I could rank here the top currencies, and then you can pair them against, which would probably be the best way. You want to go ahead and always rank strongest against weakest. So So Forex, strength. Okay, forgot how to spell here. Strength, weak. So right now it'll be the Canadian dollar. As of right now, Canadian dollar. I'll put the dollar in next. Aussie third, fourth. But just again, we're just doing the main pairs right now. I just want to confirm the Aussie. No, definitely the Aussie's been taking a hit against the 4 hour, so I know for the most part. So Canadian dollar, blah, blah. We'll see the next one would probably be, if I had to put strength against weak Kiwi, and then we would put, would be next on the board here. I mean, then you just have a jumble here. So you put Aussie, then you'd put the pound, the euro, and then you'd have the yen. So I had to rank the 7 pounds. Right now, we're going to keep away from the franc. But if I had to go ahead and put the strength versus weakness as of right now, I'm going to go ahead and set this up here. This is as of right now. I don't expect this to move up. The Canadian dollar, I do believe the dollar will still be the strongest across the board. That's what our call is. But the Canadian dollar, as of right now, dependent on oil. So would I go against the Canadian dollar? As of right now, no. I would find a different pair. So Canadian dollar against the yen, you're starting to see the difference on. You're starting to see exactly how these pairs are going against each other through the strength and weakness. So you see exactly what we're looking at here. Look at a 4-hour chart. I can just get this moved. There you go. 82.31 Canadian dollar versus yen. That's where we're at. So again, guys, it's a short week. Not really much going on. Thanksgiving's coming around. Main focus is on Monday to Wednesday. Tomorrow we have Draghi in the morning. We'll keep an eye on that. But for the most part, I mean, I don't see us maybe even closing a trade this week. If our limit orders do hit, we'll go ahead and open them. But for the most part, the markets will be open on Thanksgiving. I will keep an eye on everything. The chat rooms will be open. Definitely emails. I will have access to my emails. If you have any email questions, it's GARcapital@gmail.com. So, again, a quick video this go around, guys. It's not really much to talk about for right now. We're definitely going to be preparing, keeping an eye on the market, see if we have any opportunities. But I don't see any big swings. For the most part, we're going to be preparing for the Fed rate decision in December, but we'll still have one more trading week ahead of it. So we're basically preparing ourselves for next Monday. So as of right now, we'll keep it as is. Don't force a trade, guys. If you don't see anything that you don't like, don't just click a button just to click a button. Make sure to have proper position sizes and keep risk management exactly where you feel comfortable. So a great week, and we want to continue this on the winning streak. And with that being said, we want to make sure risk management is always in play. 1 to 3%, 1 to maybe 4%, as always on every trade. So again, guys, if you have any questions, my name is Carlos, CEO of G.A.R Capital, GARcapital@gmail.com. Thank you very much for joining me this evening for a quick preview for the week, and have a great Thanksgiving holiday to you and your family. Stay safe and enjoy the family. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great week, all.